Hit record and we will get started. Oh, fuck. Let's continue. I don't remember leaving the crew this worse for wear, but fix that up. Ugh, no maps in dungeons. Dungeons, what the hell were they thinking? And we'll finish. Clearly you need some freaking... Sure. Oh.
Not bad.
I would argue pretty bad actually there, Kevin, but whatever. And this is why I've stopped up wanting to fight 8 enemies in this place. 28's not bad. Might as well finish this off. And that off. Because why not at this point? Oh. Hey, Rexor. Right as Annalise gets greeted too. Glad you made it. I'm guessing everything being reversed made navigating this place a pain, though. Little on the tired side. Oh. Well, I hope shit improves for you, Roxor. I really do. Meanwhile, we gotta fight Grant. Oh, if it isn't the priest who saved our bacon last time we were here. Funny coincidence. I wasn't expecting to end up fighting you here again, especially not like this. So are you not real either? Yeah, still, I'm close enough. What? Wait, this is just like when we were pretending to be a Jaeger during our training. Wouldn't want to try and pull the same trick twice, but I can still have him back me up. So come on, show me what you got. Of course you do that. Why wouldn't you?
May 1,000 thorns adorn your flesh. May this
Of course. Oh, come on! Oh, fuck off. Well, fuck you too. Screw you.
I am invincible! Or am I?
You are not, Elise. Man, I thought victory was as good as mine when I had you surrounded, but I totally underestimated you guys. Holy hell, though, Annalise, you You've sure started packing a real punch since we last fought. Well, I've got you and the others to thank for that. Do you really have to go? Looks like it, I'm afraid. I'll bet you don't need too many hints onto who you're going to be fighting next. Don't go losing, okay? You beat me. Hey, you gotta beat the others too. He's gone. Well, at least we managed to eke out a win. Sounds like our next foe's going to up the ante, though. Yeah, but we're going to win next time, too. Inspect one of the 6 gates that I can that may manipulate the flow of the Iron River. Then shall you obtain ingredients. Well, I get what we're meant to do with the key card, but what's with that message? It looked like, yeah, even the computer's text has been flipped. They certainly put effort into this. Yeah, that's a nice little touch. Go. No, these fights are meaningless. Haven't really had time for him to finish it. It's alright. But honestly, I'm not as interested in the story of it this time. God damn it. No, it's not actually like Daybreak 2. It's a different storyline with different characters. And I'm just not that interested in the characters it's focusing on. There's a couple of things where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of, I'm kind of curious about a couple of things. But the overall story just kind of feels like ground that the Digimon franchise has been doing with almost every single iteration it's done. Kid befriends Digimon, and older parents, it's because it's something different, and think they're dangerous, and it's like, I'll agree with that. The Digivolution animations are a downgrade. Also, I will go ahead and I will say this, and I know this might get me roasted alive, but I don't care. The Digi Farm is way fucking worse than it was in Cyber Sleuth. In Cyber Sleuth, it was one of the greatest game mechanics I had ever seen in my life. In Time Stranger, it's borderline fucking useless. Now, I get it that they didn't want it to be broken like it could be in the frickin' thingy. So the Digifarm, okay, I'll explain it to you like this, Raxor. The Digifarm, for all intents and purposes, was a place where you could you place your Digimon in the Digifarm, and they will level over time. Effectively, as the game timer counts up, your Digimon are gaining X every time. In Time Stranger, I don't know what the hell it's based on. For the ticking up. It does tick up, but the progress feels so painfully slow that it feels like it takes forever for a Digimon to gain even one level while sitting in the Digifarm. And it feels like it's based upon going and doing stuff in the game as opposed to just letting the in-game timer move. Which to me is not as good. The Digivolution is based on stats, but levels help with stats. Which means if a Digimon you have is lacking a particular stat that you're needing for, an evolution, it's either go fight a bunch of basically it's go make a bunch of progress, One of the strengths of Cyber Sleuth was the Digifarm literally would make your Digimon stronger if you were playing it on the Switch specifically, you could just put your Switch into sleep mode and the Digimon in your farm would level. And I kind of liked that mechanic because it rewarded you for utilizing a function of modern day consoles, the sleep mode. It's hard for me to articulate my exact issues with it, but I felt like I was getting Digivolutions a lot quicker and a lot smoother. It did not. That is one thing I will credit Time Stranger. Its presentation is through the goddamn roof, except the Digivolution animations. Like, its presentation is through the goddamn roof, and it actually sounds like they got some of the actual original actors to voice the Digimon again. And Kabuterimon being my prime example of that. Because that electroshocker sounds like it was ripped right out of the show. Now, to be fair, I also cut Cyber Sleuth a bit of slack because Digimon was not super popular in the West, and it was basically the localization of Cyber Sleuth was effectively testing the waters to see if Digimon would make any money in the West. Yes, I saw that. I was like, well, okay, yeah, not every single Digimon has their old voice, so I can kind of see why somebody would want to make a mod for that. Like, for example, Greymon doesn't have his original voice, just to name one example. So, yeah. It is. I'm not trying to disparage their efforts. I look at Time Stranger and I'm like, Cyber Sleuth just kind of had a bunch of like kind of intriguing gameplay elements, and the story kind of just intrigued me. I'll put it to you like this. There was a character in Cyber Sleuth named Nokia. And I adore Nokia. She is hilarious and awesome and just yes, all of the yes with her. There is, in my opinion, no Nokia equivalent in Time Stranger. They try to make Iori, the main chick, they're effectively the Nokia, and it just kind of falls flat, you know? It just kind of falls flat because she's not exactly like a bubbly, cheery character. She's more of just like kind of the timid, shy girl, and I just kind of don't think it works as well. Never mind the fact that as far as into the game as I am, casting Josiah as her dad is kind of not amounting to much, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks because Josiah is an absolute amazing voice actor, and he does some good stuff with Inori's dad. I'll go ahead and say that. But I don't know. The story is my main point is that the story is just not grabbing me. It's not the worst. It's not that it's a bad story by any stretch of the imagination, because it's not. I'm not actively being like, what the fuck is this nonsense? It's more a case of I'm not that invested, and I'm having such a hard time pointing to any elements that are causing that. So, I was almost wondering if you guys weren't going to show up. Hi, Karna. Heh, looks like you guys have gotten yourselves caught up in something messy. Ordinarily, this is where I'd pitch in and help out, but I don't think that's an option this time. Ugh. Just like when we fought Grant. You might have been able to win against him, but don't think breaking through my formation is going to be a cakewalk. Heck, come at me like your life depends on it. Oh, god damn it. Oh.
Yeah! We're not done yet.
Nope, not even close. I know that feeling. My sleep schedule got thrown out of whack. Heck, and so I ended up being pretty much up all night. That's mean beat. I was so confident in my battle formation too. You had every right to. You put up a heck of a fight. That battle was no joke. Except for the fact that I actually had a harder time with Grant. I could have sworn I said Tuesday. Hey, last time. Then again, I also started a half an hour late, excuse me, so... And the Twitch VOD might have also cut it off, too. Knowing Twitch. My VODs shouldn't be set. Oh, that's actually something that was weird, that actually weirded me out. For some reason, for however many sessions, I've had subscriber-only chat on. I actually turned it off, so it's off now, but I had the subscriber-only chat on. Yeah. Yeah, apparently Steve, who is not subscribed to me, tried to message in my chat and it said, nope, subscriber only. What? And then I checked my settings. Sure enough, subscriber only chat was on. Just to make absolutely sure that it's off this time. I'm actually going to make sure of that. Yeah, it's for sure off now. Yeah. I was just double checking to make sure it was in fact off. And it is. I was annoyed when I saw that. I was like, are you kidding me? Yeah. Yeah. I must have like accidentally done it, like, I don't know. Unless I like it was one of those like falling asleep and then I press a button thing, which has happened to me before, but yeah, it's still like, what the fuck? I hated that so much. So I apologize to anybody who tried to chat in my thing, but it was sub only. Wasn't supposed to be there. Was not supposed to be a thing. But apparently last month I enabled that at some point, and it's like, fuck. Yeah. Big apology to Reverie of Otaku. That was not intentional. Oh, God. I may have just lost... I hope I didn't lose Reverie of Otaku as a viewer because of that. Fuck, I'm trying to think when the last time Reverie piped in, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. You sure know how to give people a hard time with that rifle. I try. Anyway, you were able to beat me, so maybe you're actually got a shot at winning against the next guy. I'm sure you don't need me to spell out who that is, but when it comes to mid-range tactics, there's no one stronger than him in all of Liberl. So make sure you give him your very best. Yep. We've beaten Granted Karna, so our next opponent goes without saying. He's probably going to have backup too. Let's be smart about this and make sure we're nice and prepared before we keep going. Inspect the open glass coffin. Then you shall obtain radiance. Mirage Gem. I forget what that is. Hit 5. Ooh. Does anything have hit on? No. Okay. Fuse 2. Oh, god damn it. You are not worth my time. This one is... Bring me the girl who plays with a giant doll. However, inside, a trial awaits her. Should this fail to deter you, open the door and step inside. This is Pottermotter's door. I'm just going to go ahead and spoil that right now. And since we have to do it as just her... Yeah, let's break from rehashing shit to dealing with a frickin' trial. Overcome the trial before you, then I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. So many status effects. Oh, of course you have Petrify as well. Oh my god. That is bullshit. Oh, of course you all get out of the fucking way. Ah. Oh, fuck. Oh, I hate this. I smell another gameplay negative. Okay. Oh, poison and blind, that's a given. And is there one that prevents petrify and does other stuff that I have? Alright. There. Of course you're gonna cause move down. Why wouldn't you? Oh, whatever. Better to just get rid of at least one. Stop healing.
Later, Corpsey.
I don't know if you can call robots corpsey, but or even have that be accurate, but whatever. What can be done, however, and what can absolutely be done, however, is I can give a gameplay negative to that because again, it's another one of those same fights, but it's even freaking worse than the other one because it's Ren by herself, which is just ugh. Actually. I think this is gonna be. This is Star Wars 7? No. 7 was the one with that one. Okay, cool. So. So this one will probably be kind of eyebrow raising to some. Well, no, actually, no. It's the same freaking reason. It's the same freaking problem. Yeah, not a fan. It's just straight up not pulling my punches with that. I'm sorry, but when the enemies pretty much have a chance to have an instant I win button, that's stupid. You have overcome the trial. Thus I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. This one is only I remember only kind of being interesting. As I said, this is the Potter Modder door. Gordius Class Tactical Archaism Development Plan. Author, 13 Factories. Codename, Potter Modder. Plan overview. We intend to develop a cutting-edge archaism that inherits the DNA of the rest of the Gordius series while containing a more advanced control system. It will retain the same tactical effectiveness that was the primary development goal in the previous models, while allowing for more flexible and more precise strategic usage as well. Effective radius. The archaism is intended to be accessible across the whole continent. Powerful main and sub-engines should allow it to operate for several years without resupply. Autonomous combat ability. The use of the Mars Integrated Orbital Arithmetic Logic Unit will allow for advanced autonomous combat and effective identifying of targets. In addition, the archaism's control system will make use of the operator's nervous system, allowing for reflexive, instinctive movements in combat. The operator will communicate with the archaism without being in physical contact with it. This will require a compatible candidate to be found and chosen. Dimensions. Height and weight. Overall height, 15.5 arc. Unit weight, 55 torum. 68 torum when fully armed. Armaments. The archaism's primary weapon will be its orbital energy cannons, but it will have other kinds of orbital weaponry and even several gunpowder-powered weapons as backup. It will also have a revival system which will use an orbment to generate healing energy to heal or revive its operator in times of danger. Armor material. The armor plating will be made using Kerdalgian, an alloy. Kerdalgian, and God, I hate some of these words sometimes, is the most fitting material to use, given that it is the most capable we have access to in all regards. For data regarding strength, use files on Gospel Plan. Current progress. New engines. Development is proceeding smoothly in line with the plans drawn up by Professor Novartis. First mention of him. Tests have also confirmed that they are already capable of providing power to the agitators. However, the professor has raised concerns about the low responsiveness of the flight engine. This is especially true for the anti-gravity generator. He concluded that the engine as it stands cannot be put into actual use. The possibility of using boosters to provide additional propulsion is under consideration. Actuators. Development of the actuators is experiencing significant difficulty, as it is possible to simply use the same ones as other archaisms. The increased size of the main weaponry used means the archaism's weight during combat is significant, and as a result, problems have been occurring in durability tests, especially with the leg joints. It may be possible to make improvements in the area by using precise control so the weight burden is spread evenly rather than focused on one point. Main armaments. The orbital energy cannons will serve as its primary armaments have been successfully tested. However, by order of Professor Novartis, the possibility of them becoming twin mounts is being analyzed, and so they have yet to be equipped. The new orbital engines are expected to be able to provide enough energy to compensate for the necessary increase in output. Control system. Experiments regarding the control system are currently ongoing. For the results of the experiments that have been carried out so far, see a separate entry. Experiment results. Tests of the control system continue to be performed. However, none of the test subjects have been able to realize the expected level of precision we are aiming for. The results of the main tests conducted by Professor Novartis and his team can be viewed above. Test results. Subject A1, abnormality during phase 2, comatose. Subject B3, abnormality during phase 3, cardiac arrest. Subject C1, abnormality during phase 1, insanity. D7, an abnormality during phase 2, comatose. E3, the abnormality during phase 2, cardiac arrest. Subject F2, abnormality during phase 2, comatose. G4, abnormality during phase 3, comatose. H1, abnormality during phase 2, comatose. I6, abnormality during phase 4, mental breakdown. As can be seen, all the test subjects failed to adapt to the control system. Nevertheless, the Society continues to supply test subjects, and we intend to keep performing further experiments. We have received word from the Society that development is to be temporarily frozen. Their reasoning is that the stability of the control system is in question. From now on, only test subjects carefully chosen by the Society will be taking part in connection tests. Subject R3 successfully completed all 4 testing phases. The subject did experience a small degree of flashbacks. R3 succeeded in communicating with Potomater. Ascertaining the Society's intentions in regarding to resuming development, Subject R3 has succeeded in operating Potomater. Ascertaining the Society's intentions in regards to resuming development. Side story Gordius class experiment report finished. 10,000 Mira. That's it? I thought she was supposed to get something else from that. Oh, I have to return to... Okay. So if we go back to the Hermit's Garden... Welcome back, everyone. You okay, Ren? If you're feeling tired, why don't you rest here in the garden for a bit? All the others are here, so you wouldn't be alone. I'm not tired at all. I've just got something on my mind. Something on your mind? Like what? Well, I suppose it can't hurt. Let me give it a try. Potter. Heh, I knew you'd come. Potter switched to standby mode. Right, that's it. Ren learned the Potter S-Craft. Said Potter as the S-Break? Yes. Ren? What? And why do you all look so surprised? This world can be directly influenced by people's thoughts. We've established that much already. So why wouldn't Potter come for me? I mean, she's got a point. All right. wait. Going down would require the red elevator. Duh. No. Really? Well, fuck it. Let's show it off. Yeah. Which makes sense because, I mean, spoilers, there's Potter Modder's fate in Azure, and then Potter Modder has to return as, which forces Potter Modder to return as a holocore in Daybreak 2. Oh, what now? Okay then. So I guess we'll be cutting off a little early today. Okay. That was work asking me if I wanted some overtime. So, yeah, I'm gonna go get a few hours of overtime. I'm at about noon. Today is technically a holiday. It's Remembrance Day. Hey, for Canada. Yep. Remember the fallen. Oh, hello. 1,000 of each septive. Oh, right. There were those hints about getting radiance. Oh. Okay, never mind then. I guess I didn't need that. Oh, come on. Oh. Don't start pulling that garbage. Alright. Jelly, gold crests, and napalm meat. Okay. Cool. Oh, come on. I do not feel like dealing with that. Ingenuity. All that for ingenuity. Ugh. That's a blue one. Come on. Oh, fuck off. Ugh. Enemies are back to being irritated. The on-field enemies are back to being fucking stupid. Alright. Water gem. Oh, come on! Fuck you. Oy. HP5. Yeah. And then give Annalise HP4, which gives her Tyrol. Nice. Ugh. Ah, fuck. Come on. You are not worth my fucking time. Literally. You literally give me too little X for you to mean anything.
Yet.
I think I've already been through all of this. Yeah, that's a blue keycard door, so I can't go through there yet. Oh, fuck. No. We not fighting point barrel against that. I will explain how I got how one would get thousands of freaking whatchamacallit. Okay. That's that one. Don't need. Ah! No. Oh. I'm glad you could make it, Annalise. So it really is you. It's good to see a number of familiar faces among you. But what a cruel twist of fate that we should have to meet again like this. You're telling me. Hard to make the happy reunion and the goddess is thinking like this. So, do you plan on fighting us for real too then? There's no way we could, talk you out of it. At least, pattern recognition, please. I'm afraid that doesn't appear to be an option. First, since I first became conscious of my existence here, I've attempted to meditate on a number of occasions, but it appears that the me before you lacks a sense of self, as it were, and so I am unable to go against the purpose for which I was created. Of course you'd try to meditate right away. You really are a special guy, Kurt. Well, don't think we've got any choice but to resign ourselves to the inevitable and get on with it. I believe so. So, I look forward to seeing what you can do. Ugh, fighting 3 of him from his favorite attack range isn't going to be easy. It's going to be a tough one, guys. My formation is flexible yet resilient, much like nature itself. Now, let our battle begin!
By my art, become hard as steel.
Oh, of course you immediately jump to that shit.
By my art, not as you appear. May a thousand thorns adorn your by my art, not as you appear. By my art, not as you appear.
Of course. Ah. Wow, this fight sucks.
By my art, not as you appear. By my art, become hard as steel. By my art, not as you appear. By my art, calming as ocean waves.
Wow, they're just in a fucking loop of bullshit. Fuck, that took way too long for them to finally get it out of. Oh my god. You know what? Before you even frickin' move, eat some damage.
By my art, not as you appear. By my art, not as you appear.
Ugh.
By my art, not as you appear.
Oh, come on.
That's that. Then. Let's move out.
Cling on with a little tiny amount of HP. Just no. Right. Huh. I see I still have much room for improvement. I can only hope the knowledge I have gained from this battle will find its way to my real self as well. I don't think I've ever met anyone as serious about their training as you, Kurt. With promising embracers like you around, I can't very well afford to rest on my laurels. Still, with the skills you demonstrated there, perhaps you have a chance of defeating her. Huh? Wait a sec, I thought you were the last person we had to fight here. I'm afraid not. Another foe awaits you on the building's highest floor. But don't even think of taking her lightly. She is formidable in every sense of the word. Her martial arts skills, given her age, are nothing short of exceptional. So if you try challenging her with any less than your best, you won't last. Oh, lucky us. I thought we were home free from here, and now there's someone else? And if it's the first person who comes to mind when I think of martial artists, we're in big trouble. I think it's safe to say he was referring to her, yeah. I'd heard she had returned home to Calvert, though. I really hope we're wrong this time. Now I'm really curious. Investigate what boldly shines in its artificial lights to embolden the night sky. Then you shall obtain radiance. Blue keycard. Oh boy. Alright. So the attack 5 and the evade 5, as well as EB cut 5. There we go. Go for a water gem. Okay. Okay. gonna skip all the trash fights and try and find our way back to the elevator. That's the way forward. I don't want that now. Now, what I do want is to check for any blue door. Oh, fuck off. Is to check for any blue doors on this floor. Do not be interrupted by bullshit. Another door. Those who seek to enter this door must first overcome a trial. Well, sure. I don't know which door this is, but we'll open it up and see. Another frickin' Star Guardian. Gee, what a shock. Okay. Oh, if I start slinging spells, they're gonna reflect it. Ah, crap. There we go. Oh, crap. Get rid of that.
May 1,000 thorns adorn your That's that. Let's move it.
Okay, there we go. Annalise learned Supreme Piercing Wave. Well, okay then. 3 Celestial Bombs. Well, that was actually fine. That one, I'm not going to give a negative to, because that one was actually fine. Alright, now let's see if hopefully this memory fragment will not last more than a half an hour. Ooh, this is the Blue Blanc door. Oh, I like this one. An investigative report on Phantom Thief B, his crimes, his history, and his true identity. Not that we know that. I don't think they've revealed exactly what Blue Blanc's identity is. We've seen his real face, but we don't know the man. Imperial Chronicle Investigative Team. First time we've mentioned the Imperial Chronicle, for the record. Phantom Thief B has had quite the lengthy and productive career in thievery in the Empire, as the amount of records we have been able to find on his crimes proves beyond a doubt. From numerous paintings held in the Imperial Art Gallery to a septium crystal held in the Empire's customs warehouse, to even a cutting-edge tank held in the Imperial Army Research Facility. Nothing is truly safe when he desires to steal it. His conquests aren't limited to inanimate objects. He has been guilty of pretending to be a military officer and eloping with the wife of a marquis on one reported occasion. Yet, and this is perhaps the most baffling part, there is no concrete evidence to suggest he has profited from his exploits. Rather, the objects stolen usually end up in places so bizarre, their owners are liable to faint upon hearing about them. In other cases, they are transformed into Mira, which is then rained down from the sky in areas largely inhabited by those less fortunate. Hearing this, one might be led to think him a vigilante thief who takes from the rich and giving to the poor. Sure, but make no mistake, the truth is not so simple. The wife of the Marquis discussed earlier is a fine example of that. As of this writing, it has been a little over half a year since the elopement took place. Since then, she has remained unaccounted for. Many of the items stolen by him may return to the public in some fashion, but not all. Between his eccentric techniques and bizarre behavior regarding the objects he steals, it might appear as though his thefts are purely whims and nothing else. Upon studying the overall picture and reviewing the objects and indeed people in play, you begin to see that they all have one significant thing in common. Take the artworks stolen from the Imperial Art Gallery, for example. Each of them were works of pure genius, painted by a master of their craft, but they gained a reputation for being too complex for the target audience of such works, the nobility, and were shamefully stored away instead of placed on display. Similar could be said of the Septium Crystal, known for its unparalleled beauty. After being seized by customs, it was sealed away in the warehouse and doomed never to be admired by human eyes again. The tank, again, is one more example, with its promising development cut short. Rather than be put to good use, it was left collecting dust. As an aside, the case of the Marquise's wife, it does contain some striking similarities. Despite marrying her, he devoted most of his attention to his concubines and barely spared a thought for her. In conclusion, we can see now that the underlying motive for his actions is finding objects of beauty that have been abandoned by the world and freeing them from their foolish owners. No matter how the world may see his crimes, his motive is clear. The truth of that is evident in the cards he leaves before committing his crimes. This is the so-called liberation of beauty mentioned upon each of them. Phantom Thief B steals not for money, but for the ideal he believes in, and it is in this fact we believe are clues to his true identity. A number of valid theories have come about on the face behind our famed thief. Unfortunately, they are all as lacking in conclusive proof as they are numerous, and so it is impossible to say whether any of them are actually correct. To complicate matters further, we now even have deranged individuals coming forward pretending to be him and allowing themselves to be captured by law enforcement. That is to say, however, that none of the theories circulating are at all plausible. Here, we will introduce 3 such theories which have developed significant followings and may not turn out to be too far from the truth. Theory 1. Amorous Con Artist X. X's personal history. X is known for his exceptional skill as a con artist, having faked his own identity in order to engage in romantic relationships with many noble women. He was as handsome as he was capable, and he was exceptionally proud in nature as well. Born to a poor family in the temperate South, he became used to stealing in order to make ends meet from a young age. According to testimony from a companion of his at the time, he was never once caught for such thefts. The reason X converted from being a common thief to a con artist is believed to have stemmed from falling in love with a noblewoman of much higher social standing than he. The rule of the aristocracy was absolute in the country he called home, and blessed romances between those of different classes unthinkable. With that in mind, he resolved to create a false identity in order to make his dream possible. Following his first rousing success, he came to do the same on a myriad of other occasions, indulging in one forbidden affair after another. It was a mere 10 years ago that he was arrested on suspicion of identity fraud, but he performed a miraculous escape from prison. Ever since then, his whereabouts have remained unknown. Thoughts. Both X's peerless skills as a thief and his interest in forbidden romances with noblewomen sound remarkably like what we know of Phantom Thief B. Also worth noting is that despite using his abilities of deception to court those of vast wealth, he displayed virtually no interest in their fortunes. That is to say, he gained no financial benefit from his actions whatsoever. Instead, he simply lamented that he was unable to indulge in them because of something as trivial as his social class. We conclude that this attitude bears a striking resemblance to the thief's own views on beauty. Theory 2. Tragic Artist Y. Y's personal history. Y was an artist with a regular tragic past. Born to a middle-class family in the South, he was hired by an influential aristocrat to be their personal artist, producing many a stunning piece of work. However, it was later discovered that it wasn't all he produced. On the contrary, he was also responsible for a number of counterfeit pieces. The one who hired him sought to profit through ill means thanks to his work, and so he created such counterfeits under the noble's instructions. One day, however, Y suddenly left the noble's service. The reason remains unknown. This is where his tragedy begins. Immediately after leaving his client behind, Y received a terrible piece of news. His lover, the daughter of a respected family, had been killed in a traffic accident. While there is no evidence to prove as much, it is rumored that the noble may have had a hand in her death. Y was only spotted once more at his lover's grave before forever disappearing from the public eye. To those who knew his story, he became known as the truly tragic artist. Several years later, the noble was murdered. Thoughts. The story of Y still has several unsolved mysteries surrounding it and has invited much speculation, both of which have likely led to the theory that he and Phantom Thief B are one and the same. Those aren't the only reasons, naturally. Phantom Thief B has been known at times to try to dispose of counterfeits, believing them to be false beauty. This has led some to believe that Phantom Thief B may be attempting to rid the world of counterfeits that he himself created. Lending further credibility to this is the discovery of the forgeries disposed of by Phantom Thief B were indeed the works of Y. Theory 3. Skilled martial artist Z. Z's personal history. The story of Z is significantly different from the other two potential identities we have proposed here, making this an unusual but still plausible possibility. Z was born in the Far East as the son of a famed military family. He was an attractive, delicately built young man, and he was far more skilled at martial arts than his fame would have suggested, being blessed with great natural talent. He was also said to possess a keen, sharp mind, and there was a mild air of arrogance about him too. Z was indeed blessed in nearly every way. He came from an important family, he had skill, he had looks, and as a result, he came to feel bored with the world around him. He hardly kept such thoughts to himself, in fact. He often voiced his complaints to anyone within earshot. These complaints persisted until one day he simply disappeared, telling no one where he was going and leaving nothing to suggest his next destination. Thoughts. Much of this theory is based on the idea of geniuses being eccentric by nature. There is some who say that the fighting style of Z has some resemblance to the peculiar skills used by Phantom Thief B. But in terms of credibility, this theory is barely a cut above the other similarly unusual suggestions. Still, the idea of that man beneath the mask is one from the East is certainly an interesting and exciting one, leading many to wish it were true, even if they find themselves doubting it actually is. That brings us to the end of the outlying three very different theories. Could X, Y, or Z be the true identity of the famed Phantom Thief? Or is the truth perhaps something else entirely? The only way we will know for sure is to hear the truth from the man himself. Of course, whether we can trust anything he says in a discussion is a discussion for another time. Postscript. After this article was first published, we received a card believed to be from Phantom Thief B himself at our office. The contents of the card are as follows. The truth of my identity is already within your grasp. My number reveals all. Judging by this, it is believed that one of the three theories proposed is the true identity of Phantom Thief B, which, if his number is anything to go by, it would be X. That said, uncovering the meaning behind his words has proven to be a trying task. Will one valued reader be able to step forward and solve what we cannot? Only time will tell. Side story Phantom Thief B report done. I want to make sure I gave that a positive, because, yeah. Oh, yeah. I gave the positive to it before. Okay. So we get Blue Blanc's cape and 10,000 Mira. Okay. What all do we have left? Got that one done. 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 And that one done. Got that one done. That one I need to do. Oh, we just did these two both today. Okay, so that's cool. We've done all of these. We got another thing to do on that one. Oh yeah. Actually, I forgot we haven't opened that door yet. Well, regardless. Let's keep looking around first. Oh, god damn it. Ugh. Go away. Good jam. I forget which one that is. Impede 5. Celestial Bomb. Okay. Ah, god damn it. Keep doing that. Get in there. Why it didn't want to let me in there. Go. I knew there was at least one more. Grand Slam. Tournament invitation. So now we can go do more, do the next, Coliseum thingy. So that's cool. Will of course do tomorrow because I'm just way too tired. Oh, come on! I'd like to go for at least 2 hours before calling it. Oh wow, this floor is stupidly short. Huh. Well, I guess screw it. So, work cuts another session short, but you know what? I can live with that. We got 3 floors of this thing wrapped up, so that's actually perfectly fine. So, yeah, I'm sorry for the short session today, but that's how it goes, honestly, with this crap. Tomorrow, hopefully nothing will frickin' interrupt me. And then I can go for a frickin' long day and we can actually get some more shit done. What we'll probably do is I will probably swap Jin into the party and we'll frickin' work on outfitting him so that he can be in this fight. Right, maybe. We'll see. The BioWare problem, right? Sadly, the only movement was down on the gameplay score. Now, from memory, I've already put all of the negatives I intend to give going forward, but we'll see what Killica has to say about that tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Till then, Blue Wolf Alex of the Lore Walkers signing out, apologizing once again for her the thing. My Xbox is off. It shouldn't be saying I'm doing Power Wash 2. Anyways, yeah. No, short session, gotta go to work, so yeah. Blue Wolf Alex of the Lore Walkers signing out. Have a good one. Man, your timing kind of sucks. Holy crap.